What's happening, guys? Paladin here, and welcome to another stream. I wasn't really planning to make this stream, but I saw some interesting changes, let's say, with this ban list. I'm not really happy because there's one card in the limited session that I didn't want to actually get hit, but it is what it is. So anyway, let's go straight to the point here. Let's start with the forbidden cards. Finsmith, Lacrima. I didn't expect basically Konami to actually touch Finsmith because it's like too new, in the format in TCG. But these have been actually a brave hit, although the engine is not dead. Like, I don't think like the engine right now is unplayable because there is also Necroquip, the common TCG exclusive that came out in this latest set. So in my opinion, the engine is not dead. But this has been actually a really good hit to it, although I didn't expect it, as I said. Apollousa, this card, in my opinion, basically shouldn't have been hit. Like, I didn't actually think of it as a card that it's that dangerous. Like, to be honest with you, it's not a Omni negate. It's not a card that it's a card that you actually can stop with many more cards. Like, I understand the Baron hit in the previous list, but in my opinion, Apollousa was kind of more of a fair card. Anyway, many people will disagree with me. I know that it is what it is. So let's continue with the rest. Calamity, I've been saying that this card should have been banned. Good evening, Disco Barbarella. I've been saying that Calamity should have been banned long ago. Like, this card is an FTK, basically. You can't play it has a lingering effect. It's like a VFD, so obviously it should have gotten the dick way long ago. Good on their part that they removed it right now. Beatrice, this was kind of obvious. In my opinion, it actually was the most let's say the card that everyone wanted gone. So I kind of agree with this hit, like 100%. Like, right now, it only provided degenerate plays, especially with Finsmith. So I'm kind of glad it's gone, personally. There are a couple of other cards I may have liked to be here, and I will explain in a bit what I mean. Let's go to the limited ones. So they decided to no, this is a semi-limited. This is the limited. They brought back Eva, so Drytron got a nice tool back. Pretty fair, in my opinion. I don't know if it will be that great when it comes to this format, the way that Yu-Gi-Oh is right now, but it's not. I don't think that it's that dangerous. So let them have it, to be honest. Snake Eye Ash, Snake Eye is popular. Honestly, I believe that they should have banned Flambirds, like, go straight to that. But as I said in a previous video, I believe that if they would actually, hit Flambirds and ban it for good, the deck would be just unplayable. While with these hits, you can actually play the deck. The deck is not bad right now. It's pretty good, in my opinion, because it has many other starters. It has Bonfire, it has the Wanted engine. It's like it still has many starters. So I don't really believe that it's dead. Whoever thinks that it's dead, it's not. So in my opinion, they should have gone, for Flambirds, ban that shit, and let the deck die. But these hits are pretty obvious. They want to sell the cards in the teens. Like the teens will be released in like 20 days from now, like 3 weeks. So I kind of understand why they decided to not ban Flamebird straight forward. So let's say I don't really agree with the Snake Eyes hit. Like I thought that they would actually do more on that part, because the deck is dominating for many months now. But I believe that it kind of justifies it, because we have the teens coming out in a few days. They will probably hit it even more once they sell the teens. That's maybe what I believe. Although the deck is not dead, it's one of the best decks still. Like, this does absolutely nothing in my opinion. Number 40, number C40, it's about gimmick puppets. I probably would like the field spell to be gone, like at 1 or something, but this is pretty okay. Or the rank up, what's the name of that shit, the spell. But anyway, although the support is too new, like they got it here at Infinite Forbidden, so it's fine. I don't really think of the deck as a threat, because it had like 1-2 tops in top 64 in latest YCSs. It's not that big of a deal in my opinion. So this is pretty irrelevant to me. I don't really care about this, to be honest. But the next one hurts really bad. I've been a branded player for like since the start, since Dama came out. This hurts a lot. Like in the previous videos, I said it out loud. I would fucking prefer Konami to ban Albion and not touch branded fusion. Like, I've been saying this from the start. I don't want branded fusion at 1 and Albion free. I don't give a fuck about Albion. I never really played the Puppet Lock myself, so it's relevant to me. But hitting branded fusion kind of hurts more, because right now, obviously, you have many ways to bring it in your hand, but not having the card at 3, trust me, really hurts. And people that play in the OCG know that firsthand, in my opinion. So this kind of hurts way more than Albion. I don't know, because the only way I can actually justify this is because Albion could be in the teens. But if that's really the reason they hit branded fusion and not that shit, this is kind of fucking lame. This is fucking lame. Because they hit the best card in the deck because they want to actually sell the fusion in the teens. No, fuck that card. Ban it, straightforward. Like, I don't give a fuck. Branded fusion trust me, hurts a lot in the deck. No matter what everyone says, hurts a lot. Because you do have many ways to bring it in hand, but if you actually get Veilered, let's say once, it may be end of your turn. You hurt the consistency. You don't hurt the problematic card. What the fuck has Branded Fusion done? While you have Albion that actually enables the FTK, the degenerate plays. This doesn't make sense to me. Exactly, Albion is an option card. Like, you want to play the FTK, good. You don't want to play the FTK, also good. Albion was useful. The only way I was finding Albion useful was for 2 reasons. First one, in game 2, because you don't want your ass to get evenly matched, and Albion helped with that. Secondly, for resources, to have an extra interruption in your opponent's turn, like bringing back Albaz and fusing and stuff like that. But Branded Fusion right now, it's a huge hit in my opinion, and people who also play Master Duel know that. Like in OCG, it's this one and Branded Opening also at 1. So trust me, kind of hurts way more than people think. Branded fusion has never been a problem. It's not even like branded is winning left, right, and center. It's easily negated. So what's the problem? The problem is, if you want me to speak openly, okay, I will speak openly. The problem is that the deck has been old enough, and Konami wants slowly to put it aside so they can actually sell the new bullshit decks that come out. It's that simple. As I've said before, in my opinion, the ban lists do not come out because Konami gives a fuck about you. They come out to replace the old decks with the new ones, to make you buy the new ones. They don't. The only reason, in my opinion, that they weren't they didn't hit branded as hard is because they have some cards left to reprint, like Quem and Albion. Or else they may have hit it just like the OCG. It's about this is about money. Don't fool yourselves. TCG is about money. They don't give a fuck about you as a player. If you have fun at locals, if you find the format healthy, they don't care. And they will never care. I'm in this game too many years to actually experience that firsthand. And this ban list, and also the ban list last year before the teens, actually explains that. Because they hit stuff specifically on purpose, so you go and buy the next product. Let me put it this way. If they would actually ban Flamebirds, would anyone give a fuck about the Snake Eye cards in the teens? 100% not. They would probably grab the Wanted engine for Azamina or whatever the fuck people want to play, and they would throw all the Snake Eyes in a bulk or something. I find this lame personally, and it's not about branded fusion only. It's about the whole thing. I kind of agree with many options, with many cards that they chose to hit in here, but I'm not really glad that they didn't hit Snake Eyes as hard, and that they touched the best card in Branded. Branded wasn't a threat, let's be honest. They had one degenerate play, which 100% should have gone to the trash, and it's Albion, but they could actually avoid this shit. Like right now, Branded is more fragile. Let's be honest here. It's way more fragile right now. And it's not about not having a starter. It's the best card of the deck. And Branded Fusion wasn't the problem in this. You have an obvious target. You have Albion. What the fuck are you doing as a company? Are they fucking drunk or something? Like, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. But as I said, the only reason that can actually justify this shit is like they wanting them wanting to sell Albion in the teens. It's that simple. But I say this for the last time, and I've said it before, I would rather have Albion banned than Branded Fusion limited. Like, this is the only thing I have to say about this. I'm kind of disappointed. It won't change anything, obviously, but I don't believe that they give a damn anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if in another list they also hit Branded a little bit more, because they, as I said, they want to put the deck aside so people will go and buy the new ones. That's the purpose of the ban list. Don't fool yourselves. We have Grass back though. Branded Fusion to 1 is kind of stupid. I mean, Grass at 1 may not be that much impactful, in my opinion, right now. It's a really, really strong card. I was in the game when the card came out back then, but at one it may not be that broken. I don't know. I see that the card is also legal in OCG and Master Duel, and it really haven't, impacted the meta that much. Branded makes money, but Whitewoods and other degenerate archetype many make money plus. Yeah, I told you, they hit the old decks, so you go and buy the new ones. It's that simple. Exactly. They fuck up the old decks, so they're not competitive enough anymore, so you have to invest in a new meta deck. That's their business plan. Like, if you actually think of it from that perspective, it's correct for them. It's the correct way to actually make you buy more bullshit product. It doesn't mean that it's correct when it comes to the game itself. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Let me give you an example. If a Rise Heart, let's say, was legal, this format, in my opinion, but in a full power cash, Snake Eye wouldn't be that great, in my opinion. Imagine a full Castira, full power, with one Rise Heart and Shifter. They would fucking destroy Snake Eye. That's what I'm saying. They are hitting the old decks, so you will go and buy the new ones. That's the only strategy they've been actually taking into action all these years. And this is what I fucking hate about this game comparing to the other TCGs. Hello Paladin, how are you doing since your loss? Waiting for this list was my balls waste of time. It was kind of difficult. I won't lie about my loss of Loki. This past week was fucking hell. But I will actually continue with that later on. Let's continue with the list. So the next card, Opening of the Spirit Gates. So this was the hit to Yubel, because right now Yubel is fucking free, in my opinion. What the fuck did you touch on that deck? They released a statement long ago that they would actually touch Yubel and Snake Eye and bullshit like that. What the fuck did they do to Yubel? Limiting the spell? They would fucking go and play 3 Beckoning Beast. What's the point? Is this a joke or something? What the fuck did they touch in this deck? What the fuck did they touch in this deck? I expected Yubel to be hit way more. Like, they have 3 Thrones, 3 Phantoms, everything else is at 3. What the fuck did they actually hit? Anyway, Pot of Prosperity, this was in my prediction. I expected this card actually to be hit way earlier, but it's fine. As I said before, it's kind of justified because the card is great, especially post side deck. It's really important. It can actually give you in hand the card that you've been looking for, that you sided in to break your opponent's board, to counter your opponent's play. It's really important. It can be a game winner on its own sometimes. Sunken Summoning, I get that. Like having all your board unaffected and shit, it's broken. I didn't expect them to hit this card right now because it's supposed to be in the teens with Dragon, but I get it, and in my opinion it was the correct hit for that deck. Like, let's admit that. Now about Grass, as I said, at 1, it's not that dangerous in my opinion, especially in this format right now. I wouldn't say that it can be game breaking. Like, you may see this card in decks in basically Rogue and stuff like that, but not really in meta decks. If you take a look at the OCG, the card, I haven't seen the card as much in meta decks. Mostly in Rogue, you know, with piles and 60 card builds and stuff like that. Back in the day, it was one of the best spells ever in the game, like 100%. Skill drain at 1, this is correct in my opinion, because as I said, I expected this card, it was also in my predictions, I expected this card to either be banned or limited. Good call, like it's one of the cards that I agree with when it comes to getting hit. You can't have any other Floodgate hit and have this shit free. Like Snake Eye took a great advantage of this card. They would just remove it whenever the fuck they want. But it's a Floodgate, the hit is justified. I have nothing to say about it. Let's go to the semi-limited ones. So they decided to actually semi-limit all the Dragon Rulers. I don't think that they would actually do shit in the TCG right now. Like the way they are, the way this deck is right now. Back in the day it was fucking scary. But right now, maybe in a Dragon Link pile bullshit, it would probably work, I don't know. But it's not the deck that, you know, I would say that would do anything in the TCG right now. Maybe, you know, each of them in a certain deck. Lunalight Tiger, pretty fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm pretty happy with the next one though. Colossus, I do play Thunder. And I thought that since they limited it, the card is fine at 2 or 3. The deck doesn't do anything. I would actually accept the fact that if they wanted to, you know, go and hit the Nemesis cards, the green one, the Corridor, whatever the fuck its name is, you know, so the card is not splashable and it's played only in Thunder Dragons. But I'm pretty happy. It's a card, it's one of my favorite cards personally, so I'm pretty happy about it. Pretty good on their part, a correct choice. Let's go to the next one. Ib the War Chalice, the Justiciar, doesn't do anything, could be also at 3, pretty relevant. Unlimited Armageddon Knight, I said it also in my prediction, it's a card that you can actually set free, no problem. Red Rose Dragon, pretty fine, I don't have a problem with that. Kirin also. Pendulums are kind of irrelevant right now, so there's no point in keeping the card banned. Like if you take a look at the ban list, you will find many cards that can actually come out from the list and do absolutely nothing. Like for real. Performades, I saw that it got an errata, so it's fine, I guess. Answer Fairy Dragon, it's kind of broken but not meta relevant right now. Like I don't think that there's a meta deck that can actually take full advantage of it. Denglong didn't do anything at 1, and Time Seal, maybe a little bit degenerate, but I wouldn't really give a fuck about it. So let's go back to the banned ones. Here, as I said, I would want Konami to have Flamebirds, honestly, and not just limit the 2 level 1s. It would be the correct hit. You would actually kill the deck after many months of dominance. There's no point in explaining, you know what I'm saying. The only thing that justifies it is that they want to sell product. That's the number one reason for them when they decide to hit cards or not. You have the teens. Basically, deep inside, I didn't actually think that they would kill the deck, because I knew that Snake Eyes in the teens, Also the wanted engine is in the teens. So like I expected either Flamebirds, I wanted basically either Flamebirds or the original Sin spell that special summons from the deck. Because the wanted engine can also be played in Azamina, so it would actually have another reason to be played. Although Azamina can actually be another reason why they didn't kill Snake Eye, because Azamina with Snake Eye right now in the OCG is kind of dominating from what I've seen there. So another reason can also be Azamina, because they want to sell that engine also, and Snake Eye is the perfect fit for it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's also another reason. I told you what I think about Appaloosa. Basically, let me be honest with you, all those bans like Savage Dragon, Appaloosa and stuff, in my opinion, mostly hurt the rock decks and not the meta ones. That's what I think, basically. Because if you've banned Flamebird, let's say that, okay, if you ban Flamebirds or Original Sin, okay, what the fuck would the deck do? What the fuck? It wouldn't be even an engine, in my opinion. While you see many rogues decks that summon Appaloosa and have a chance of winning. Same for Savage Dragon. But let me tell you something about Savage Dragon. In my opinion, what I think is that they hit the Savage Dragon so they can sell the Darkness Metal new one that comes in Rage of the Abyss. You've seen that for Dragon Link. So that's why I believe they hit that card. Why wouldn't they bring back Savage, for example? Okay, I agree about Baron. Baron was broken. It could actually pop a card. It had an Omni Negate. It could actually revive bullshit from the graveyard. It's pretty okay, in my opinion. Solid hit. But Savage Dragon was a card that was better in rogue decks than Snake Eye. It also requires a setup. So that's what I believe. They hit Savage Dragon so they can sell the new Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Because if Dragon Link had Savage Dragon, they wouldn't need that new bullshit card. Honestly, I don't think that there's another Link 4 right now that you can end up on that's worth it going first. There's no other one, except if they decide to make another Link 4 and make you buy that one, but there's no other Link 4 in the game right now that's worth it. This is why people are quitting the game. There are so many reasons that people are quitting the game. Let's be real, I can actually start and I won't be finished even tomorrow morning. There are many reasons that this game is at this state right now. It has too many problems. And the way this company treats the game actually tells you a lot about it. There was an argument lately on Twitter because I saw, and this is very funny to me, and at the same time very fucking lame. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that addresses it. I saw many fucking big creators with following and shit like that defend Konami on Twitter. The only word that can describe that is bootlicking. Alright. You have so many people that are angry that you haven't released a list for like 5 months now. And you have these big bums, big creators, go out there and apologize and defend Konami or whatever the fuck. Bro, they are not gonna fuck you. This is fucking lame. I won't say names because whoever is on Twitter knows pretty well who the fuck defended Konami all this time, and still do, because you know that big creators are deriding them like 100%, and I don't give a fuck what everyone has to say about this. I don't care about the opinion of others anyway. And I see people, and their subscribers, their followers also defend Konami. Bro, you are part of the problem. If a company sees that there's no complaints or anything, they won't do shit about this game. And this comes from someone that doesn't play this game in real life anymore. So I don't have anything to gain from this. If people do not complain or show what's wrong with this game, Konami won't do shit about it. It's that simple. And having all these hypocrites, big creators, defend them makes me want to puke, like 100%. I don't give a fuck about how good a player is, or how the achievements or all that bullshit. And when you tell me about pro players in this game, personally, I laugh. I can only laugh. What's the pro thing about all this? The couple of boosters that they throw at your face? What? The Nintendo Switch from 2017? Bro, Lorcana is 1 year old. 1 year old. And they have done for their game basically everything that needs to be done. And this shitty company here does absolutely nothing. They don't communicate at all. And they basically throw shit at you if you actually go straight and complain or say whatever. No, fuck them. And if you actually chase a promotion or whatever as a creator and lick their dicks, you're a problem too. I don't give a fuck how many subs you have, how many followers you have. You're a part of the problem, and your following is a part of the problem too. And I will die on this. I've been very, very honest with you since the start when I made this channel. I never praise them. I praise them when it comes to the game, because let's be real, this game outside, if you actually compare it with the other card games, is the more interesting. It has the best gameplay, because I've played also Pokemon and other card games. They were boring to me. Okay, but the way Konami is handling all this situation when it comes to the game is fucking lame, and it's fucking disrespectful. And I've been saying this for years. Yes, I will update Branded. Don't worry. It's in the plans. Probably until tomorrow morning, you will have an updated list. Don't worry about that. 100%. But anyway, that's what I think when it comes to Konami and the way they run this game and all that shit. I fucking disagree with almost everything they do. The only thing I like is the gameplay of this specific card game. The only thing. Everything else is just trash. You want to talk about pricing? You want to talk about the prices of the decks? Look how well OCG run their game. It's almost like two different worlds. It's the same game run by two different companies, let's say, which is Konami, but it's like Konami TCG and Konami OCG. And it's not only about the price of the decks and shit. The communication is almost zero. And announcing in July that at the end of August you will release a list is nothing to me, and to many people also, because you saw that many people online on Twitter or whatever, you saw the meme with the horse, vomiting and stuff. Come on. People are angry at you. People leave this game and go to other TCGs. Your latest YCS had the lowest attendance. So all these idiots that come at me and say, hey, the game is good and you're crying and shit, go fuck yourselves. Because the game has many problems right now. And as I said, I have nothing to gain from this. Because I never took this game seriously when I realized that it has so many problems and a company that doesn't give a fuck about it. But I told you, what I hate are the hypocrites that actually go and defend them. I would never do that, personally. And I told you that many times. And I argued with people many times on this channel about it. It's lame. When you are bootlicking them, it's lame. And it's fucking disrespectful to the rest of the community that does have legit complaints. It's hell of disrespectful. Lorcana, One Piece right now, when it comes to pricing, are way above Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want me to be honest with you. The only reason I don't quit this game is because, aside from the content, is because I do find this gameplay way better. I tried Pokemon, it was fucking boring. I've seen people, friends and stuff play other card games. They were fucking boring. This particular card game is way more interesting when it comes to gameplay. It just has a company that doesn't give a fuck, and that's the worst thing. Because if the people that run this game cannot fix it, then you will see the community just move to other card games. Defending the indefensible all for some channel growth. That's what I think. They are sucking Konami's dick to grow their channels. They don't have the balls to actually go straight and say, Konami, you are doing this and this and this wrong. You know why? Because they want the promotion. That's why. They want the promotion. They want to grow themselves. They don't give a fuck about this game in general. You're a big creator, you have a fucking big following here in this game, whatever, on your channel. You can actually influence people to say it this way. And you go publicly and say that it's the community's fault that Konami is not releasing the list soon. Get the fuck out of here. And as I said, I don't give a fuck how many subs anyone has. I don't give a fuck how good of a player anyone is. Because when I see someone, I see them as a person, as a human being, as a character, as a mentality. And all this is fucking fake. And I hate fake people. I hate clowns. I don't want to say names and shit, but it's fucking disgusting. Like, if you don't actually speak for yourself, when it comes to the game, then you will not speak for yourself in your own fucking life. In your work, your boss will fuck you. And what will you do? Say thanks? What? What are you gonna do then? If you can't even actually speak for yourself in a card game, which is one of the most unimportant things in life, what are you gonna do in your fucking life? You will stay and get fucked at work by your boss, or what? You will let your government fuck you? No. Speak up for yourself. This game doesn't have kids. Most of the players are like 30 years old, 25 at least, the majority. This is fucking lame. And as I said, I don't give a fuck how many followers someone has, or subs, or whatever. If they are fake, they are trash to me. It's that simple. Speak up for your community, them, for fuck's sake. Just because you have a fucking high following, or you have a brand to promote or whatever, doesn't mean that you can actually shit on the community. Because if the creators, the influencers, do not speak for the community, who the fuck else will? They won't give a fuck about random guys at locals. But creators can actually push them, put pressure on them, and instead they sit back like fucking pussies and lick their dick. What kind of behavior is this? It's fucking disgusting. It makes me want to puke. In life, you should learn to actually speak up for yourself. If you don't, you will get fucked. It's that simple. And it's not about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any card game. You will get fucked. Especially when we are talking about companies or whatever. And as long as creators and influencers or whatever are licking Konami's boots, this game will never improve. Ever. I guarantee you that. So whoever comes at me on Twitter and say, hey, you went and insulted my favorite creator, yeah, fuck you, fuck your creator also, and go fuck each other. Because I will always speak for myself. I will always say my opinion openly. I told you, you won't speak up for yourselves, you won't demand this fucking game to improve, the game will die. And this game is a fucking hobby that most of us have since we were kids. It's important for us. And it's not about making money also. It's about, you know, most of the people actually don't have other hobbies, play only Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? This is the only hobby they have, the only hobby they enjoy, or you know, the best one they have and enjoy. Why would this shit die? Because some pussies do not speak up for the community. And they do have the power to do so. Like, come on. This is lame. This is lame. And I don't give a damn if I get banned. They can go fuck themselves. All of them. They can ban me for life. I don't give a fuck about them, about Konami, about threats and shit like that. Like, come on. Anyway, this is just my opinion. If people do not speak for themselves, and especially creators and big influencers, the game will be like shit forever. It's that simple. and no one will take seriously Yu-Gi-Oh! As a brand, as a game, as a community. Nobody. It's that simple. They could use their influence to help put pressure on Konami to make directional changes to the game. They don't want that. Because Big Daddy Konami will hit their butts, you know. It's lame. And it's disgusting, in my opinion. If those guys do not do that, the game will just destroy itself. Ayo, mind if I ask how your rant started? It's about some creators, big creators that I saw on Twitter, actually leaking Konami's dick when actually blaming the community for that horse meme because they were harassing the big Konami company. Get the fuck out of here! Like, I don't want to actually say what I have in mind because I may be also banned from here, but anyway. It's a very interesting hobby. TCGs are very interesting hobbies. Especially if you have friends to play. Especially if you have... it's not about going to locals or regionals or YCS and shit like that. If you have people to play this game and you can actually have fun about it, with it, and or meet new people or whatever, or spend like 2-3 hours a day drinking your coffee and playing online or Edo Pro or Master Duel or whatever, it's fucking enjoyable. I said it before. This card game has the most interesting gameplay of them all, and it's not even close. I've tried other card games. To me, they were boring as fuck. This one is very interesting, but it has to be helped by the company that runs it. If the company that owns the game doesn't do shit about it, they don't care, and they bring me celebrities that this bum that they brought yesterday from One Direction, Duel or whatever. No, that's not promotion. You can go and bring here Taylor Swift and gain a huge following. They will all leave while they'll see that your game is shit. Fix your game first. Communicate with your community. And then you can actually promote your game further on. Right now, if you go outside on the street and talk to a grown-ass man or grown-ass people and tell them about this card game, they will fucking laugh at you, because it's not that big of a brand as you think it is. 100%. That's the biggest problem. Konami doesn't give a fuck about the game at all. And as long as that exists, the game will not improve. And they will actually lose way more people to Lorcana, to One Piece, to other card games. Because those companies actually treat their players better, because the player that plays your game is, first of all, a customer. And if you do not please a customer, they won't come back. And this is the first rule that you should have in mind when you run a business. The only reason they don't give a fuck anymore or about the complaints or whatever is because people still go to their events. Let's see what would happen if their YCSs would be empty. Let's see. But this community doesn't have the balls to do that and put pressure on them. They don't have the balls to do that. They're all pussies. They lick Konami's boots, they lick the boots of their favorite creator, and shit like that. And then they go and complain about the pricing, about their deck being super expensive, about the pull rates being shit. Who cares, man? If you don't speak up for yourself, if you do not make your complaints public, if you do not let them know what do you think about this game, and you keep sucking their dick, they will not change shit. It's that simple. Yeah, Konami asked for a feedback in their latest poll, whatever was that, and I'm pretty sure they would make it. They will make it a toilet paper and throw it in the trash. Let's see, because I don't think they will take it. They would take it seriously at all. A bunch of alcoholics boycotted Bud Light and cost them billions. Yu-Gi-Oh players can't even boycott one event or set. Exactly. And you know what's the worst? What I was saying previously. Because in my opinion, the cancer of this game are the big creators who do not criticize the company at all. They have the influence, they have the following, they have everything it takes to actually put pressure on them. And instead, they're sucking their dick. Because they want the promotion, they want the 2 booster boxes thrown at them. If that's not a pussy, what the fuck it is? What? That's what I'm saying. Personally, I told you, I'll never defend them. I will give them credit when credit is due, like for the gameplay, for some products, for new artworks that are obviously good, like the Finsmith that I also like a lot. But when it comes to the main problems of this game, there is no fucking way I'll go and defend them. Because I feel that by doing that, I'm shitting on all over my community, my following, my channel. And I'm a person that also in real life speaks up for himself. At work, in everyday life, in everything you actually want, as an example. There are a bunch of good suggestions from people who play the game in terms of better pricing, like easy ways to not trample on Kazuki Takahashi's grave. Listen, let's say that rumor that Takahashi didn't want the game to be a money have a money pricing is correct, and it's true, and it's not fake. Let's say that, okay. What actually prevents you from making better price cards, for example? Or if you want a suggestion by me, what makes you think that you can't actually give cards as pricing? Let's say alternative artworks. Let's not talk about new cards. Let's just say alternative artwork of a really popular card or a staple or whatever that will be worth everything, all the effort that people put in this game by winning a YCS, by winning a regional or whatever. Right now, it's more profitable to go and win a Lorcana regional that probably YCS in Yu-Gi-Oh! And people that will come at me and say, because I've seen this online a lot, and I can only laugh at them. There are people online that say this is a hobby, it's not meant to make money and shit. Bro, when we started this, we were kids. We didn't have responsibilities. We didn't have to earn money to do shit. Right now, most of us are 30 years old. We have responsibilities. The game is expensive as fuck. So, making money may not be mandatory, but it's definitely something, not, let's say, directly money, but the pricing, as you know, the cards, the items, all that. A Nintendo Switch from 2017 is not a correct price for someone that wins a YCS with like 2,000 people. It's not. When Lorcana has cards that cost like 30k, and that's why I say always that there are no pro players in this game. And who believes that that's not correct are 100% wrong. I'm not talking about esports, because that's a whole another level. Because there you can actually make millions. At least give people, let's say, a purpose, something to make them continue. And I'm not talking directly about money. Bro, OCG is like fucking perfect. Right now, like there was a time like they had the SP for like $5, and in here people had to throw like 100 plus to get one SP, and you will see the Japanese guy or guy that plays in the OCG get the card for like $5. They can get the new Mulcharmy, the wind one. That's a max C for the extra deck summons. Get the card for like $5-6, and I bet that when it comes out in Rage of the Abyss as a secret, it will cost like $70-80, 100%. Like you can't compare TCG with OCG. When it comes to product, when it comes to their community, when it comes to the company caring about their game, TCG doesn't care. And this is what will lead to the end of the game eventually. Because people think that when people say that the game is dying, it's just a meme. Bro, it's not a meme. Because you see top players moving to other card games. You see people you see local stores closing or stopping or stop bringing product. I know firsthand many shops that do not do Yu-Gi-Oh locals anymore because their communities switch to other card games. And I'm pretty sure that also exists in America also. Like I know people that had a local store that doesn't do tournaments anymore, or other stores that do not bring Yu-Gi-Oh products anymore because they cannot sell them because the products are shit. Exactly. Many local shops stopped and they do not bring even Yu-Gi-Oh products anymore. Why would they? Why would they neg? That's what I'm telling you. This is not about Konami or the players also. Many people get affected by this. Many people. But anyway, you will always see people actually defending the company. That's called Stockholm Syndrome. I won't explain further. You know what that means. My locals went from 3 days a week to 1. The Target and Walmart near me hasn't had Yu-Gi-Oh in months. You see what I'm talking about? But many people are not ready for that discussion because they will always defend them. They will always defend them. Anyway, that's what I had to say about this. I know that it won't change shit, but this is just my opinion. You will never see me defend them. Ever. Because I don't want to shit on my community. And I don't care if I ever become a big creator or whatever. I'm pretty pleased with what I have right now. I'm not going to sell my opinion for growth, ever. I'm always staying still and honest. I mean, when you have card games that give way better pricing, that have companies that actually handle their card games way better, you will never see Yu-Gi-Oh! reach them, reach their level, you know. Most likely you will see those games surpassing Yu-Gi-Oh! After a couple of years when it comes to the player base, because people will not always tolerate this behavior by Konami. They won't always stay here and play for nothing. It's a company that doesn't communicate with you as a community at all. And telling me that in a month maybe you will have a list is not communication. Other card games, even the OCG, have specific dates for their ban lists. No, I told you that. Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion has the best gameplay out of them all. It's even better than Magic. The thing is that the company that runs the game don't want to improve it. It's a fucking shame, because this game has so much potential. So much potential. It's, in my opinion, the most skillful. That's why it's very, very difficult for new players to come in this game, because it actually requires skill. With the chains, the multiple effects, the big texts on the cards, it's not easy for a new player to come here and play. You can actually teach Pokemon to a kid in like 3 hours or so. You can't do that with Yu-Gi-Oh! It will require months. This game requires skill. Let's be real. Regardless if it's a tier 0 format, if the best decks are degenerate, it requires skill. It's not a walk in the park. Lorcana right now, from what I've heard from other people that played, it's easy as a game. It's way more easy to top a Lorcana event than Yu-Gi-Oh! Same goes for Pokemon. And Pokemon has another thing that, you know, having its decks way more affordable, which is way more welcoming for the new players. Because if you can actually win worlds with a $30 deck or $40 deck, that says a lot about the game. Also, it feels really, really good to be back after this difficult week I had with my loss of my dog. It was very difficult, especially these past 2-3 months were very difficult. Like, I haven't slept almost at all for the past 10 months in total. And right now, when it comes mentally and on that part, it's not easy. It's not easy. People who had a dog or have a dog would actually understand this. But it is what it is. You can't do anything about that. I'm very, very proud of my dog. He fought for like 10 months with this unfair disease. We fought it together, but as I said, it was unfair, so there was nothing we could do about it. Unfortunately, you will always almost make a loss for Yu-Gi-Oh! If it's the store or the players, doesn't matter. Exactly. And this is going on for like years now. That's why I believe that this game will eventually step down. It may not, be the end of it, like... I don't know what example can I give you, but Lorcana right now and One Piece are gaining a lot of advantage because people know that they will go there and they will be rewarded. Like, if you want my honest opinion, in Yu-Gi-Oh! There are only two ways to make profit if you really want to do that. First one is being a creator. If you're a creator, you can put out content, you can get paid for it. Second one, that's why you see many pro players become streamers or YouTubers, because it's one of the only two ways to make money from this game. Being a creator is the one, being a vendor is the second one. Only these two are the ways. If you can actually do both, you are in a very, very good situation, let's say, at a very good place. But these are the only two ways. Grinding YCSs and stuff like that, it's irrelevant to me, because your travel costs, your hotels, your food, all that will not be covered with a Nintendo Switch and a couple of boosters. It's basically an egg. That's why I don't believe that there are pro players in here. I laugh when I hear that term, honestly. Honestly, as a TCG player, it does seem best to just switch to something like Master Duel. Doesn't cost anything and the meta does seem kind of better. Honestly, if you want my opinion about this, I kind of agree with you. I may be wrong in the end, but this cannot be proven now because some years have to pass. I won't be surprised if later on Konami will just have Master Duel as at least Konami TCG as their main game. I won't be surprised, because Master Duel is more casual, welcoming, most of the times it has better formats. It doesn't require you to throw 1k or 2k on a deck. It's more welcoming for players. What I believe is that they will attempt to make it somehow something like an esports thing, but they can't do that. They are not that big of a brand for that, in my opinion. Honestly, if you want my opinion, I fucking love the simulators like Age of Pro, like Nexus, like stuff like that. These were always my go-to, like always. You have all the cards available. You can play with whatever person you want. You with your friends. These are the best for me. Yeah, Shadowverse, Hearthstone, even Magic. It's not easy to compete with other card games online. It's not, especially when you do not do shit to actually improve your game and later on make it better as a brand. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is like third, or let's say third right now when it comes to rankings. Like it's Magic, Pokemon, and then Yu-Gi-Oh. But when you don't improve your game and you have One Piece and Lorcana below you improving their games, they will fucking surpass you. And there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. That's why I believe that if they don't actually put some effort on this, they will fucking regret it later on. And I'm not talking about the OCG. OCG right now is way better in everything. And I'm putting pricing aside. They print a card in multiple rarities in a set. They have their cards way more accessible. Hell, I even like their formats way more than ours. Many times. There are so many more advantages that the OCG has. Appaloosa shocked me because it's a Link 4 and it's hard to pull off in some decks. In my opinion, you can actually easily summon Appaloosa. The thing is that there is no other level 4 that it's worth it. Secondly, it's a card that could be stopped with way more ways. It wasn't an Omni negate. But if you take a look at it, they had Baron and Savage as expensive extra deck staples. They reprinted them in the Rarity collection and they instantly banned them afterwards. They did the same with Appaloosa. So you're telling me that when Appaloosa or Baron or Savage were expensive cards, there weren't a problem right back then, right? But they are a problem now because they're cheap? Who the fuck do you think you're fooling? They make you buy the reprint and then they fucking ban the cards. And no, this is not about making the deck better. Because you have Phantom of Yubel being summoned like 3 times per turn. You have the Azamina new Omni Negate that comes out in a couple of months. You have other cards that have negates. The new Red Eyes that Dragon Link gets also in Rage of the Abyss. This is, I don't know, this is lame. Like, why don't you ban the card when the card is expensive, but you ban it when the card costs like €1? only. It's about money, guys. This game is about money, and not the money that the players will earn. It's about the money that the company will earn. And they've been doing that for like 25 years now. And if people don't express their complaints, this will not stop. Oh, hey, 1x. Why play good emulators when you can play on Dwelling Book? Here's the deal about Dwelling Book. It's realistic, it's cool, it's manual and stuff. One, you have many idiots right there, toxic players who stall. You know how this goes, especially if you are online on like Twitter or Facebook. You will see many posts about it. Secondly, I don't want to wait like 3 hours for the judge to arrive. This is the good about simulators. This is the move. This is what I made. It's standard. I don't have to wait for someone to clarify that. This is what I like about simulators. Secondly, when it comes to making content, they are way faster. Like I like a lot fast replays. A reason I don't play a Master Duel is because it's kind of slow, and I don't like a game lasting 2 hours because of the animations, because of the slow card placement, because of all of that. That's why I do like Edo Pro and Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro earlier when it existed. They are way faster, and the replays are also way faster. Like Master Duel is beautiful, like especially you've seen the new simulator that's like a Edo Pro and Master Duel mix. They've made it's called MD Pro 3 or something. It's really good. Many creators use it. I do not use it because I also find the replays slow. Like in an Edo Pro, let's say when you use Edo Pro, you can actually have 6-7 games in a 10-minute video, and you can actually explain fast what's going on. When you have Master Duels, you go very slow, and I kind of hate that. But don't get me wrong, Master Duel is beautiful as a game. The background music that it has, it's top tier. It's amazing. The animations, all that, it's really good. But I just find it very slow. Very slow. So anyway, after this ban list that we got today, I probably have to update many decks right now. Branded first of all, because it got hit at its best card. Not many stuff will change, and I wouldn't go for Puppet Lock right now with Branded Fusion at 1. So you will probably see a clean list from me, at least. Brother just finished from work. That thumbnail scared the shit out of me. Listen, if you want my opinion, because I expressed that before, and I know that the majority of you will not agree with me, I'd really like to have Arise Hat back. And I explained that if it's about to come back, you can actually hit the deck. Like you have Prosperity at 1 now. Hit Fenrir, hit Shifter, and bring it back at 1. It wouldn't be that bad. In Master Duel and in OCG, the card is legal. But Castira was hit as a deck in its main parts. So I think that the deck would be way more fair that way. It wouldn't be that bad. It's one of my favorite bosses, I won't lie. Like, my 3 favorites are Mechaba, Arise Heart, and Colossus. Basically, my three favorite decks also. I guess branded can work as a pile now. What I think is that it's more fragile. Like as I said in the beginning of the video when we saw this limit, one impermanence can be actually really strong, way stronger than before. Because if you don't have a way to get this in hand, you're kind of fucked. Let's be honest. Nadir Servant may not be a bad option right now, because Nadir Servant is a guaranteed mirror jade on your opponent's turn, if you think about it. At least that. From me, what I think is that it would be stupid to go for a Puppet Lock right now with Branded Fusion at 1. I don't know. A friend of mine went for Branded Synchro. That deck works one with Branded Fusion too. You can also not play Branded Fusion at all in Branded Synchro. Like as long as you have the Bestials all at 3 except Magnamut, you're fine in that variant, in my opinion. It's not that bad. But Branded Fusion at 1 kind of hurts. It may not be the end of the world, but it hurts. And you can see that from the OCG. I did run Branded in white. In my combos, at least, I did run the card. I like it a lot, to be honest. 10-3 Fusion plays push very hard. I don't know, I have to test, honestly, but it hurts way more than people think. And I hope that Konami will not go later on in the next list and hit it even more with like opening and shit like that. Like if they go and also limit opening, guys, the deck will have way bigger problems right there. You see that in Master Duel in the OCG, and right now we are in formats like people run 15-20 hand traps. You will have a problem in those kind of formats. I don't know, the deck needs testing, of course, but I would prefer not to go for Puppet Lock right now. I expected a hit on Branded. I did expect a hit on Branded. I just thought that Konami would, for once, do the right thing and hit the problem card and not the best card in the deck. Because without Albion, Branded is fucking fine. You would play like the triple mirror jade combo and you will be fucking fine. But if your opponent runs, let's say, a high count hand trap deck, you will have a problem with one Branded Fusion. Then you also have Shifter, right? Shifter is at 3 still. That's what I'm saying. Like it will be way more, way worse than people think. Do you think with the hits they did, Snake Eyes will fall off until Azamina? In my opinion, right now, Snake Eyes is still one of the best decks. I don't know if it's the best deck. Maybe Yubel is the best deck right now. I don't know, but I actually have those two still as the best decks. And with Azamina, Snake Eye will be even better. Like it's the best deck to pair Azamina with. And this ban list will actually make the Snake Eyes players to go and get Azamina as a mandatory tech in the deck. I told you the correct hit in this would be Flambirds at 0, or worst case scenario, the original Sinful Spoils spell. At least that with like something else to cut the consistency down. The deck has like 7 starters from the Wanted engine. It has 3 bonfires, Flamebirds legal. I don't think that you don't underestimate this deck right now. You can't. It's still one of the best decks, and I'm sure of that. Sanctifier ban would have been enough. I agree, but as I said in the beginning of the video, I believe that Konami will eventually want to put the old decks aside, so you go and buy the new ones. That's what I believe. 0 Flamebirds, 1 Poplar was the correct hit. It would be. You could actually leave original Sinful Spoils free and ban Flamebirds, because the Wanted engine is used in other decks like Rescue Ace, for example. So that would also make sense. There are many stuff that Konami would do to hurt the deck, but as I said, you have the teams in like 20 days from now. If they would actually go straight and hit Snake Eyes, people would not buy the deck, the reprints. They would not go straight and buy Azamina cards. They are gonna put it aside and print good nostalgic support for it that is only going to be available in one set. You want my opinion? I may be wrong in the end, but I've been saying this at a lot of people these days. You see the Blue Eyes structure that Konami released in the OCG with all the new cards, and they made the deck playable and competitive and all that shit. And I'm saying this again because I may be wrong in the end. I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't release the structure here and they would put the cards in a side set instead, like Battles of Legends, stuff like that, because this support is too good not to farm, if you think about it. I may be wrong in the end. They would actually release the structure with all the new cards, and that's great, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Like we have there's the Bonanza here in November now, and after that it's the set with the Malice and stuff like that, and Apodracosis. So I don't know what sets come out after that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they throw Blue Eyes in a similar side set. Which the new cards are great, by the way. They indeed make the deck competitive, no doubt. Like when it comes to support cards, when it comes to new artworks, when it comes to new decks, Konami does a really good job. Or making the gameplay faster or more interesting. it's about other things that actually hurt the game. Like Apodracosis are very, very good artwork. The Malice, the new ones, are pretty fine. The new Blue Eyes artworks are great. I like them a lot. I also tested them with Invoked. Perfect. Like, there are stuff that they do to actually give some boost in the game when it comes to new stuff, but they don't really care about the whole picture. Honestly, I was excited for Rage of the Abyss and the Azamina cards in tandem with Wanted and Diabellstar for Whitewoods. Now I'm shivering of Snake Eyes coming back. The format in October will look like the format that the OCG has right now, with Snake Eye and Yubel being on top, Tempai a little bit lower or at the same level. The format hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. It's pretty much the same. Like they did a couple of hits and that's pretty much it. They didn't change shit. I don't know. That's my opinion, of course. And the new Mulchami, yes. Have you seen the lists in the OCG? People run like 9 Max C right there. They run the Porulia, they run the new one, and they run 3 Max C also. The problem, if you want my opinion, the problem are basically the lingering effects in this game. One was addressed today, it was a Calamity. But lingering effects are the problem in this game. Like, imagine how much absurd it would be for a deck in the OCG to run like 9 Max C. Just imagine. Okay, and in here you'll have 6, not 9. Big deal. I don't know. Honestly, I like the OCG list. Is as if they're saying, yeah, let's just let the world burn and see what happens. OCG, it may have many stale formats, like where you see the same best decks, but it's way more healthy. That's what I believe. But think of it like this also. The decks are way more affordable right there. Whoever wants to play Snake Eye can play Snake Eye. Whoever wants to play Yubel can play Yubel. In here, the only budget deck that I can think of that's actually really top tier is Tempai. The only one that comes to mind right now. It's like cheap, let's say. I can only think of Tempai because Tempai right now has Dragon reprinted in the teens, so it will be really cheap. And as I said, I was surprised about the field spell getting limited, but it has other tools. Also, Prosperities can be a hit to Tempai indirectly, but it's a hit. That's why I believe that Snake Eyes and Yubel are still the best decks. That's my opinion. The broken cards are healthy addition actually, since combo decks are unencouraged to go full combo. OCG, if you think about it, OCG has all those boss monsters that we have banned. They have them legal. Baron is legal there. Appaloosa is legal there. Savage is legal there. They actually hit the problem cards mostly. In my opinion, bosses like negates are not that big of a deal. Cards that have lingering effects are way more problematic. My copying take for the new ban list was Kid Kalos coming back. Honestly, I thought of that because I may be wrong, but here in the teens right now, we may have also Tearlament scene because Pote is supposed to be reprinted in that set. So I thought that they could actually release Kid Kalos and Riceheart, so they could actually sell those reprints. But I was kind of wrong in this. It was just a crazy thought. Yeah, High Spirits was always a good tech, to be honest, especially if in high count deck lists. But I liked it more with triple Saronir. Like if you want to actually run the card, you run triple Saronir. With strategy and the Despian thing that bring back Mirror Jade coming back relevant. That's what I was planning to actually make the deck for in case Albion was banned. Triple Mirror Jade with the addition of Ad Libitum. Like, for example, the people that don't want to play the branded right now can actually go also and play Chimera. Chimera, especially with Azamina, will be crazy good. That's what I believe. I tested the deck, I played the deck online, I really liked it. Like Chimera indeed gets a really good support with Azamina because they are Fiends and Illusions, so they pair with each other really well. But what I said in the previous video that we made a discussion is that if the puppet lock wouldn't exist, and I'm dying on this opinion, is that many people would actually quit the deck. And it would require way more skill without the puppet lock. Before Albion, not everyone could actually play the deck because it required skill. After that, with like 2 cards you could make, or 1 card you could make the puppet lock, and you got 3 wins, stuff like that. But before the puppet lock, it was way more difficult to play the deck. And I believe that many people hopped on the hype train, because they wanted the free wins that this shit would actually provide to them. But unfortunately, we cannot find out that now because Albion is legal. Many people will choose to play the puppet lock, but the deck is way more fragile right now. You have to be careful when it comes to play around roll, all that. It won't be easy. And as I said, I believe that it will hurt the deck way more than people think. Like right now, branded with a puppet lock and at full power with 3 branded fusions wasn't doing enough to be considered as a contender in YCS. Like you would barely see 1 or 2 people topping with it at the YCS. So this can actually make the situation kind of worse. Honestly, Chimera actually provides a lot of advantage as a deck. And right now, even with Branded Fusion at 3, they did not need Branded at all, since they got the Apprentice card. Like they didn't need Branded at all. And Azamina will make them even better, because Azamina can actually protect their choke point, which is the Sword Knight tribute effect. And Azamina actually makes that deck way better, because they can actually revive the Omni Negate every turn. It's crazy. And Azamina can actually be also a really good bait going second, because it has 2 cards that pop your cards, so you have to actually negate them. It forces you to negate it. Yeah, as an artwork, yeah, I agree. Like, I was never a fan of the Chimera stuff, even from the anime in season 1 with Yugi's Gazelle and Performat. But it's a really nice strategy, especially with Azamina. It will be even better. It can actually make the lock with the Diabels. It can make you go -1 in hand. It has its own interruptions from the grave. It's not bad. It's a really good deck, and it has a lot of space for hand traps and board breakers. Unlike Branded, normal Branded, let's be real, even at 60 cards, the deck didn't have the space to play hand traps. It's a deck that cannot play hand traps, and that's basically the only reason, the only thing that I disliked about Branded, because I do like the decks that can't run hand traps, but I don't find them as effective. Like right now, you have Tempai, Snake Eyes, Yubel running a shit ton of hand traps. You can't just rely on board breakers. That's what I think. Tempai can do that easily because Tempai has other stuff. It can also run Shifter, of course, but it will not always be enough. Yeah, Labyrinth is not bad. I believe that it topped not Sacramento, the previous, or it was Euros. I believe it was Euros, top 32, top 16 or something. It's still a really good rogue strategy. Kind of slow because it's a controlled trap deck, but I find it kind of good generally. One of the best control decks, in my opinion. So anyway, this is what I had to say. The stream was about mostly for the list. I also went to other topics. Excuse me for my my meltdown earlier, but I just couldn't hold myself from addressing some stuff that I saw online earlier this week. You know my opinion, and I'm always honest. When I don't like something, I'll just speak of it, and I don't care about the consequences, because I believe that that's the most important thing. It's character, being unique, being original. So anyway, this was pretty much it. This is what I had to say. I will probably update many decks, may make many replay videos. First one will be Branded, and we'll see about some other stuff. I'm also really happy about Colossus coming back, as I said. We'll see, but there will be many videos post Banlist. So thank you for being with me in this stream. I hope that now that I sleep a little bit better, I'll be able to stream more, even some gameplay. And this is pretty much it. Thank you, Persephone. I hope I will stream more, even on Twitch, we'll see, or simultaneously, because there is that option also. So anyway, expect me to make from tonight, we'll see, some replay videos, updating the decks, and see you soon again in another stream. Take care.